Laura, your first Electrify event.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be here. I got a lightning bolt tattoo just for the event.
Well, you have to live the mission, so that's awesome.
That's right.
So, hey, Laura, I think this might be the first time some of these people have had an opportunity to visit with you. Why don't you kick off and tell a little bit about your background at Walmart?
Awesome, thank you. So I have been at Walmart for 13 years, probably the non-traditional person you might think about coming here. I'm in merchandising. I run general merchandise, electronics, toys, and seasonal. So excited to be here. Been in this job for a little bit over a year, pretty new to it. Did some other experiences in grocery, whether it was bakery or frozen, and love this job, so.
That's awesome. So I would gather to guess that just about everybody in here has been inside of a Walmart at some point in time in their life.
Yeah.
And I think we all know Walmart is the world's largest retailer, but Walmart's also a mission-based company. Maybe you could just share some of the facts about Walmart and some of the values that are important to Walmart.
Perfect. So I don't know if everyone is aware, but 90% of the United States is within 10 miles of a Walmart store. So we touch everyone. We have 150 million customers that touch our stores every single week. I mean, your best Walmart is in your pocket right there digitally. That is also an amazing way to interface with us. But one of the things I don't know if everyone understands is the mission of Walmart. And it is really to save people money so they can live better. And I think this Electrify Summit is really a great indication of living better and doing something different for your family.
Without a doubt. And when you think about saving money so people can live better, a lot of people think Walmart only works with lower income type consumers. Maybe you could talk about who shops Walmart and the types of price points and premium products you guys have in your stores every day.
Yeah, there is no price point that the Walmart customer doesn't want. We have demographics of high income stores. I think digitally, when you think about, the closest Walmart store is in your pocket and on your phone, that's everyone. One of the conversations I have oftentimes with suppliers is don't put our customer in a box and assume it is the lowest price item. Our customer aspires to have the coolest, newest, and best products. They might pay for it in a different way. They may build a subscription. They may pay for it over time. But at the end of the day, they want all the best products that are out there.
And so we know for years, Walmart was the largest seller of bicycles. And what we're here today is we're seeing this rapid growth in e-mobility and electric bikes. How is Walmart thinking about this transition from traditional to this new type of biking?
I mean, we're all over it. I would tell you today, I'm not necessarily super happy about the experience in the store, and we're going to work hard to evolve that experience for our customers. But what we do know is our customer expects innovation. They expect fun product, and they would love it at a value. And this category specifically is one of the fastest growing categories right now for us digitally and through our marketplace partners. So that's been a really good indication that we should probably evolve our strategy in store and build something for the future to make it a sustainable model. But it is completely a fun product. It gets our customers outdoors. It's an easier way to actually ride a bike. I was just riding one earlier today, by the way, and my family, for those of you who don't know, my family is hardcore, and I would like to ride a beach cruiser. I don't actually want to be hardcore, and riding an e-bike makes me want to ride with my family again and actually be able to keep up with them, so I don't have to be so intense.
So when you think about micromobility, do you think about, beside bikes, how are you thinking about the total space? Because it seems to cover so many different aspects now.
Yeah, I think not only is it from a product standpoint in the store, we're also a sustainable company. Being a regenerative company is extremely important to the Walmart culture, outside of just saving people money and living better. So our home office that's under construction right now is a whole new campus that's encouraging our associates to get out and ride bikes more. So we are providing bikes in the new campus that will allow, we're challenging people to ride bikes 10% of their time, or pick one day out of the week where they ride a bike to work. And it's just doing something for the environment, it's doing something for the community. It is a nice break when you have a crazy day at work to be able to go out and have a campus where you can ride around. And so I think that's one aspect of it. The second aspect is we are also looking at charging stations and expanding that for our customers. So today we have over 1,300 charging stations in 280 stores. But by 2030, we are planning to expand that to thousands of stores. And so if you think about that, I think a Walmart is convenient off the highway, and it's not just super centers, it'll be neighborhood market. But it is a great, safe way to go stop off the highway, stop at a store, fast charge your car, and then go shop and find things that surprise and delight you and be productive while you're charging your car.
So maybe you could share, because I know we're at like the very beginning stages of e-mobility at Walmart, and we're starting to work in the bikes. Maybe kind of share how you think about this, maybe compared to where Walmart was entering the grocery category a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, we're the world's largest grocer. And so when we put our sights on something, we aim to win, we aim to innovate. And I would say similar, we're dipping our toe in the water right now from a online perspective, but what we need to do is really evolve the experience in general merchandise to have an e-mobility spot in the store. So we're on the journey right now to defining what the customer wants, what they want to see, and how they want to engage with it in store, and evolve and expand the assortment selection online. And we've got a great new team that started. Some have been there for a minute, like a year and a half, 2 years, but some at 5 months. And they're just maniacally focused on what does that experience look like in store as it is different today. I would tell you, in my world, I'm not happy with the experience. It feels like very 10 years ago. And what we plan on doing is building an environment that brings us to the future and makes you want to engage. And just got a challenge from one of the suppliers I met here. How do we become a service area? These are all great ideas that we can learn in the industry and figure out how to make the customers' lives better.
Yeah, and I think you touch on a great point on how do you become a service area. I mean, with the Tire, Lube, and Express centers and almost 4,000 doors, I think Walmart's perfectly positioned to help that customer after the sale.
That's right. We've got to work on a business plan to do that, but we have the capability already built within our organization, to your point.
So for the people out there, the manufacturers, if they're thinking about Walmart and the way to approach Walmart, how should they think about the role Marketplace plays in coming to Walmart?
Yeah, I think it's a great place to test and learn. I mentioned right in the beginning, that has been a phenomenal avenue for us to push the boundary in price points and products, and it's working. So that's a great way to start and get the foot in the door, and then find what's successful and start building it out into a store environment. And that store environment, depending on the price point, I was telling you, we actually have high economic traits for our stores, which means we know we have over 400 stores where people make a really great living near our store. And so we can push boundaries there, try new things, go push price points that might seem not right for the customer, but really are, and it'll be a success. So I'm just excited to figure out all the different options, but make it a different experience in store to really show the benefits and the solutions versus one of the conversations we had today on speeds and feeds. Is I would go and work in the store and say, hey, I actually now want to bike with my family because it's not as hard for me to keep up with them anymore. But we need to sell the benefits as well.
And as you think about this category, especially in e-mobility, sometimes experience is critical. It's almost like butts and seats or what are critical to people to really understand what pedal assist is. How do we think about Walmart dealing with that?
Yeah, I think we've got to crack the code in store, but we also have to crack the code digitally. How do we bring content digitally in a very different way that either has ambassadors, evangelizers of the technology and the solution and why they like riding an e-bike, and it's as simple as just thinking different than how we present to the customer today. But it has to be not only in store, it has to be digital. Digital is way too important to the consumer right now.
And my understanding is we're going to kind of bring some of that vision to life in store 4108 in Arkansas. Maybe you can tell the role of that store and how we're thinking about this category in that store.
Well, a little bit of fun facts about Walmart that I've been with the company for 13 years, and I'm not sure most people would even comprehend it, and I probably didn't until I worked there. So first of all, Arkansas is the natural state, which I don't know. When I studied it in 5th grade, I did not remember that. So it's a beautiful place to come ride bikes.
I don't think it was a state when I was in 5th grade, so that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying that, but it just is a beautiful state. It is also the home for the U.S. mountain biking team. So if you haven't been to Northwest Arkansas, we are a biking community in general. We're an expert. So I think just developing the community to make it easy for families to do something better for the environment, get out more frequently, build the infrastructure into the city that allows a more outdoor community. I kind of think of Northwest Arkansas a bit like pre-Austin. I'm hoping that's where we get to and we become world known. But it is a community that really is supportive of the biking industry.
That's awesome. And as you think about for the bike manufacturers, and they're saying, wow, maybe hadn't thought about Walmart till today. You don't really have, when come to Walmart, it doesn't necessarily mean all 4,700 doors, does it? How can they think about that?
Yeah, I think we can be as big or as small as you need us to be as a supplier or brand coming into Walmart. We actually believe in empowering and growing the entrepreneur. A bit of coming here today was think of us differently. Oftentimes it's scary to come to Walmart first, but we actually are approachable. We don't need you to say yes all the time. We need you to be transparent and tell us what are your barriers and your fears about working with us, and then we can help work through it. I think we are such a large organization. The goal is to empower the entrepreneurs of the future and help build the manufacturing of the future. And that means having transparent conversations with us on, I'm struggling with transportation, can you help me? I'm struggling with cardboard costs, can you help me? Really just feeling confident to have an honest conversation about the fear. And quite honestly, we can help with some of those expenses to lower those expenses for you to help your P&L to be a sustainable model. And at the end of the day, we just want you to think differently about how to work with us, because we have heard that from smaller suppliers and the entrepreneurs of the world, and we've evolved our way of working based on that conversation. It's not a one-size-fits-all, but more than anything, I don't want to be a follower. We came to win. We came to change the game. We want to be the place that the customer finds innovation, thinks about innovation. And so us evolving our way of working and should enable smaller suppliers within the industry to feel comfortable to come to us to scale and to like grow. But you can be in 10 stores or you could be on Marketplace until we figure the right model out together.
I know in addition to this role, you're also leading the consumer electronics group at Walmart as well. And that's a category that in many cases with large players like Apple and Samsung, you deal with like MAP pricing. And so as you think about this category and some of the manufacturers here who may be MAP priced and they're like, wow, Walmart's just going to race me to zero. Can you kind of talk about your philosophy in that area?
Yeah, we respect the brands. We respect the positioning of pricing. It is, that might have been an old philosophy long ago, but that is certainly not the philosophy now. We believe wholeheartedly in a win for the customer, a win for the supplier and the manufacturer, and a win for Walmart. And so it is about protecting the brand. It is about protecting the price. And if we happen to learn that the price isn't working, I think the different way of working is to say, how can we partner with you to find efficiency within your manufacturing process or in your sourcing all the different supplies that make up the build of materials? And how do we help you leverage our scale? That is literally having a transparent, honest conversation about what works for everyone. And so like you kind of alluded to, we can be as small or as big as you need us to be, but we can work together to make each other better.
And so based on this conversation, if the group here says, wow, I really would like to have a conversation with Walmart and at least start exploring what it could look like, what's the best way? How should they think about approaching Walmart?
I mean, hey, you know my name now. You can reach out to me. But I think just reaching out. If you're small and you don't have a large staff, I highly recommend meeting someone like yourself who helps, build the connections, help manage some of the replenishment or other difficult conversations that, are acronyms. We have a million acronyms at Walmart, and sometimes it's really hard to know what we say when we say half of our acronyms. But either way, we are easy to talk to. And if it becomes difficult to get a hold of us, which hopefully it is not, but if it is, find a resource that can help cut through a barrier. Because we want to be first. We don't want to be behind anymore.
Well, I think it's an exciting time also to think about Walmart. I think earnings came out yesterday. I don't know if you want to kind of comment on the great results and the momentum you guys are feeling.
Yeah, it was good to see our results. If you didn't see it, go watch them online. But we're winning. We're growing. We beat expectations. And Walmart is a wonderful place to work that is mission driven, and hopefully you would see that we're a great place to launch innovation, and we believe in the consumer and the traffic that we have and the conversion ability that we have. There's just a huge potential.
Well, it's evident that Walmart's going to take a serious approach to this category, and it just feels like the recommendation coming from you is it's better to get in early and be part of the journey versus waiting till this journey is complete.
Yeah, I would say the other great things are we're a sustainably driven company. We want to be regenerative more and more every day. We want to be zero emissions by 2040. We're hiring a fleet. It's come out a Canoe, 4,500 electric cars to do our Walmart delivery. We're changing our campus to be a more bikeable community. We just believe in giving back to the environment, giving back to the community, inspiring an evolution of transportation. So when you guys, helped introduce me to BJ, I was thrilled. I'm humbled to be here. I'm humbled to have you all, listen to our mission and help perpetuate our mission. So anything we can do to help, we're always happy to.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you for carving out some time for us. It was great learning a little bit more about Walmart and its mission in this space.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate to meet
Thank you.
everyone.